Number 1. This chilling surveillance footage that you're looking at is of an unknown person that is dressed in tactical gear. The person is calmly walking around Creekside Church in Texas, only 45 minutes before Missy Bevers was due to start her class. Dressed in total SWAT gear, to the vest, shoes, helmet and even the hammer that the person used to brutally kill Missy Bevers. It sends shivers down your spine in how calm this person seems to be, opening doors, just waiting to smash that hammer onto someone's head. Missy Bevers was found bludgeoned to death. She had puncture wounds caused by the hammer to the head and chest. Why would anyone want to kill Missy Bevers? Well, detectives discovered that she was having financial difficulties with her husband. Also, it was found that she was flirting with other men and might have had affairs. Her husband told detectives that he believes it was a female that killed his wife. He said it looked like the person was trying to make it look like a burglary gone wrong, and that's why the person was opening the doors and breaking glass windows, etc. Detectives noticed that the person has quite an unusual walk, seems to be off balance a lot. Now I'm going to show you the walk of the husband's father. Some believe that the walk seems to be quite similar. What do you believe? Do you believe the father-in-law seems to be off balance when he walks, just like the person who killed Missy Bevers? The mystery doesn't end there. A few days after the murder, the father-in-law went to the dry cleaners and brought in an extra large long-sleeve shirt covered in blood. He told the employees that it was caused from a dog that was recently injured and taken to a vet. The dry cleaners thought this was suspicious and contacted the police. Well, it turned out that he was actually telling the truth. It was only when the father-in-law was seen doing interviews on the murder that people started to say that his demeanour seemed to change, and that's when people started to notice his walk was eerily similar to the person on the surveillance footage. No one as of yet has been charged for the murder. Who do you believe killed 45-year-old Missy Bevers? If there's any information I haven't included, then please let us know. Number 2. Here's Cauvery McKay, a senior aircraft gunner and medic for the No. 2 Squadron, Royal Air Force. He was seen walking in the early hours in the Bury St Edmunds area in Suffolk on 24th of September 2016. He had been seen out drinking with friends, but because of a misunderstanding, he was left behind. He was now basically on his own after being told to leave the Flex nightclub for being too drunk. The doorman later told investigators though that it was no problem and that they chatted on the street. McKay went to a takeaway, and then after that, that's when you see him on CCTV. The last known moments of Mr. McKay. It's believed that he's walking back towards his army base, which was about 10 miles away. Now this is when the mystery begins. On the morning of Mr. McKay's disappearance, his mobile phone moved from Bury St Edmunds to Barton Mills, some 12 miles away. The journey only took 28 minutes, which indicates that he could not have been walking and must have been in a car. The mobile phone has never been found nor used again. The question the police and family are asking that needs to be answered is who drove him from Bury St Edmunds to Barton Mills. Why haven't they come forward, just to tell police, yeah, I dropped him off at this certain place? Why hasn't McKay's phone been on ever since? To this day, he's still missing. His family have said that McKay is a social hand grenade, as he would easily have gone into a stranger's car if he was offered a lift. The family are offering £50,000 to anyone who has any new information. Let's hope that Corey and everyone else on this video is found safe and well. Number 3. This surveillance footage shows 14-year-old Andrew Gustin as he walked into King's Cross station at around 11:20 AM, over 150 miles away from his school. This was the last known moments of him ever being seen alive. Earlier that day, he left home for school at 8:30 AM. He said bye to his mum like any other normal day, so it seems quite bizarre that later that day there's surveillance footage of him being over 150 miles away. Why did he not go to school? He was known as a genius at school and was a winner of a maths competition at national level, so it seems quite bizarre that a boy like this would travel such a distance all alone, and why did he travel so far? What was it in King's Cross that he wanted? Was he meeting someone? Some have said there's a mysterious man behind the glass that could be a person of interest. It could be a person that Andrew was going to meet. It might be no one. What do you believe? Since he's been missing, the family of Andrew have added money to his bank account in hope that Andrew would one day cash it out, so at least then they could detect his location, but the bank account has never been used. Some believe that Andrew might have travelled to London to start a new life, but it's known that he left £100 in his bedroom. So he travelled by train 150 miles, which is not cheap, and he left £100 behind, which would make you think that he obviously wasn't planning on spending too long away due to not needing the £100. But then on the other hand, he only got a one-way ticket on the train, so it's like he wasn't even planning on getting the train back. It's quite bizarre. Most theories are that he was bored at school, so he decided to go to London out of boredom. Why London though? Another theory is that he might have wanted to kill himself, hence why he never bought a return ticket. The police checked his computer and found no clues as to why he wanted to go to London, nor did they find any clues to wanting to commit suicide. The other theory is that he went to meet someone in London, maybe was told not to say anything, and was offered a lift home. If you have any theories or any information on this case, then please comment in the comment section. Number 4. It was Saturday, September 12th, 1987, and it was just like any normal working day for 50-year-old Dale Costetta. He worked for 27 years as a security guard at the Corning glasswork plants. That night on his shift, $250,000 worth of platinum pipe vanished, and Dale was never seen again. Here's the last image of Dale just staring at the CCTV camera with a masked man. The question people ask is, was Dale part of the robbery, or was he a victim? Maybe he was killed just because he was a security guard and was therefore seen as a threat. His body has never been discovered. It's hard to tell by the image if Dale was connected to the robbery, or if the man behind Dale forced him to cooperate with him. Let us know what you think. The morning after the heist, Dale's pickup truck was discovered in the plant's parking lot. The truck had a number of clues that suggested Dale had not disappeared voluntarily. His keys were still in the ignition, and he left behind a full carton of cigarettes. He also left an empty gun holster from his .22 caliber pistol. A canine dog was brought in to investigate the last movements of Dale Costetta. It's known that Dale was at the site's glass furnace, the place where the valuable platinum pipes were, but this was not Dale's security round. The personal manager said that whoever removed the platinum from the tanks was extremely familiar with the plant. Everything in the plant, they know exactly where to go. The personal manager believes that Dale was in on the heist. It's also known that Dale owed about $30,000 to $40,000, but his family have said that Dale was the most honest man and would never steal. 30 years later and his disappearance is still a mystery. Number 5. Poole Bush was found dead inside a Hungarian brothel with his trousers down to his ankles. His shoes and socks were separated. He was found on the bottom of the stairwell. His vertebrae in his neck and back were broken. He suffered multiple fractures to his ribs and skull. The police believe he most likely fell from heights. He was found by surveillance that I can't seem to show that he entered the brothel with a woman dressed in white clothes. If I can get a link to the video or the images, I'll put the link in the description for you to see. It's believed that she's a prostitute. She was then seen leaving the brothel with an unknown man and lady. The British police believe that Poole might have been murdered due to being robbed. He is found to have no cash or mobile phone, which backs up the motive. While the Hungarian police suggested that he died from an accident, that there was no murder. What they believe happened is that Poole must have walked up the stairs, took his shoes off and socks off, lowered his trousers and then fell down the stairs. What's weird though is that his mobile phone and cash was missing. What the British investigators are puzzled about is that it's likely he was with another person due to having his trousers lowered. So when he fell, why did no one instantly call for an ambulance? Instead, the woman that was seen entering the brothel was captured on CCTV calmly leaving the brothel with 2 other people. The Dorset police force have been left frustrated by a lack of suspects and forensic evidence by the Hungarian police force. What do you believe happened? Was Poole's death an accident, or do you believe he was murdered? If you know of any more information on this case, then please share it with us in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. What case did you find to be the most bizarre and creepiest? Thank you for watching.